I like beer cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you bring. Let's go drink some beer!
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Homebrew Review. Hope you guys like the new opening sequence that I put in there. Just thought it'd do with a little bit of an intro just to, I don't know, bit of fun really. It was quite a pain to film actually. I had to film it all, slice it all together. I had a few problems editing it, but hey ho, hope you enjoy the end result. So anyway, that's enough about me prattling on about the opening. What we're here to do is review another homebrew kit. So, what am I doing today? Well, I don't know why I was asked that question, because you know, because it says so in the subject heading, obviously in the video name of the video. However, for those of you who haven't read it, the kit I'm doing today is the Milestone Raspberry Wheat Beer. Now, this was probably the fifth kit I think I brewed, and it was yeah, it was a bit of an interesting choice. I mean, I'm not really one to drink wheat beer normally, but thought it sounded interesting, bit of the raspberry hint to it, so I thought I'd give it a go really. So it was ages ago I brewed the kit, so I don't have the box anymore. So what I'll do is just consult the manual here and give you a bit more information on the kit. Okay, so yeah, as I said before, it was the Milestone Raspberry Wheat Beer kit. Now this is a 2-can kit, which means I didn't need to add any brewing sugar or dry malt extract. And the reason for that is when you use a 2-can kit, there's basically 3 kilograms worth of liquid malt, so there's no actual extra sugar or anything required, which is pretty handy. Because of that, it's a 2-can kit. You will find they're normally more expensive than, you know, your standard Cooper's 1-can kit. For example, the kit itself was $21.99. Sounds like a lot, but like I said, you haven't got any beer enhancer or that to add, so the per pint price worked out about 69p, which is more to the higher end of the scale of what you're paying, but you know, is it going to be worth it? We shall see. So the original gravity when I brewed it was 1.040, and the final gravity was 1.010, which gives us an ABV of about 4.5%. So something more on the scale of Coors Light, I think that's about 4.5%. Obviously it's not going to taste like that because it's a wheat beer. So what makes a wheat beer different? Well, obviously the main thing is most lagers are brewed with barley, whereas a wheat beer, funnily enough, is brewed with wheat. Now, you're probably wondering how the raspberry thing works. Well, if you've ever tried a fruit beer like something called Framboos, I think it's called. No, Fruity, sorry. Framboos is another homebrew kit. Yeah, I had a pint of Fruity. It's a proper strawberry beer. It's really red and really, you know, really tastes the strawberry in there. Fortunately, you don't get that kind of standard with this kit. The raspberry flavouring is like a little sachet, almost looks like kind of wine findings or something, and you stick that in there when you're fermenting. So again, you know, it's a bit of a shame, but you know, it's not really feasible to have a load of, you know, preserved fruit in with a homebrew kit. So that's enough of me prattling on. Let's have a look, shall we, at the beer itself. Alright, just down here. So here she is. I said raspberry wheat beer, 4.5%. Now I brewed this on the 28th of November. So December, January, February, March. It's getting on for about 4.5 months old now, so it's pretty, yeah, that's quite old for that. So let's pour it in the glass and see how we get on. Wow, that's a bit of a feisty fizz there already. Pour in and see how we get on. Now I'm going to tilt this quite early on because I think there's going to be quite a lot of head. Oh yes. That was an understatement. And there we go, hardly any sediment there, because you tend to find the longer you leave them in the bottle, the less the sediment gets disturbed. It almost seems to almost sort of cake in there as long as you keep the bottle upright, obviously. The cap is a little bit pushed up, I don't know if you can see that there. which is quite interesting. But yeah, I mean, look at that head. That's you saw I had the glass tilted from the off, and that's how much head there is already. As I said before, the glass does accentuate the head a little bit, but even so, that's still pretty impressive. I'm going to have to just squeeze the top of the thing off there. Let me just grab a torch so you can see how clear it is. You're probably aware with wheat beers that they're not as clear as, say, a lager or an ale generally. So it's going to be a bit cloudy. Let's have a look. See there's a lot of bubbles. It really is fizzy. I mean, you can see there the head is starting to reform already where I blew some of it off. So there you go. That's all that fizz going on there. That's pretty crazy stuff. Having a smell of it there, you can kind of get, oh, just give myself a little bit of foam there. You can kind of smell the raspberry slightly, it's definitely there. But anyway, I know you're just begging there thinking, just drink the damn thing. So, down the hatch. Yeah, that's not bad actually. It's got a lovely head to it, as you can see, and that really just when the beer seeps through that head, it's really nice. The bubbles, although they look quite ferocious in the glass, they're still quite soft on the tongue. It's not like drinking Coke or anything like that. It is, you know, still quite pleasant. A little bit gassy though. I can feel the burp coming up already. So if I let out a belch, excuse myself in advance. Oh, excuse me. There it comes now. So again, the raspberry flavour isn't overwhelming. It's not something like Fruity where you're like, wow, this is like someone's just mashed up a load of strawberries in my beer. It's not like that at all. It's a very, very subtle aftertaste, almost a slight kind of acidic bite to it. You know, sometimes raspberries can go a little bit kind of sharp, and there's that sharpness there once you've got the initial taste of the wheat. It's really quite interesting. I'm just going to have another go and see what I come up with. Yeah, definitely. Again, when you first get in there, you can really taste the wheat. The wheat has got a lot more of a lingering taste than barley. If you've ever had anything like Hoegaarden, for example, you'll know what I'm talking about. And like I said, you're going to get that slight raspberry twang to it at the end. It's not something I would normally drink, to be honest, which I think is one of the reasons why I brewed it, to be honest, because I'm trying to get into a bit more different kinds of beer. You know, I'm sort of got stuck in a rut a few years ago with the kind of beer I was trying, and I just want to get out there, and this is a good way to try it, you know, at quite a cheap price, really. So yeah, I suppose I'm going to give this a rating, really. I'll give it one more go first, just to see, make a final decision. I mean, when I first tried this months and months ago, I wasn't very impressed at all. But over time, that real sharpness has mellowed a lot, which is good. But as I said, it's still there. You could probably drink quite a bit of this. It's not too strong. It's at 4.5%. It's quite easy to have it as one of your session beers. No real preference to whether they have it in the summer or the winter. It's kind of an all-round beer, really, I should think. Although, at the end of the day, on a nice hot evening, a nice cool beer, regardless of what it is, really, always goes down well. So, I'm going to give this I'm going to get a 7 out of 10, purely because it's not something I would normally drink. And, you know, so don't get me wrong, the Santa's Winter Warmer kit that I had a while ago, it's not something I would normally drink either, and that really knocked my socks off. That was really like, wow, this is, you know, fantastic. And for me, for the price this kit is, like I said, it's about, what was it, 69p a pint. That's quite pricey really for homebrew. I mean, you know, you've got something like the Cooper's kit, which is about, you know, 40 odd pence, and that's, for me, that's a lot more to my tastes. Like I said, you know, this is about me and what I think of these beers, so it's not bad, it's enjoyable, it's quite a nice pint. On the same steed, I probably wouldn't have that many of these in one night, because I would find it tasted a little bit too much after a while. But, you know, you guys, if you're really into your wheat beers, definitely give this a go. This is, I've had friends of mine who've come over, they've tried this and they've been blown away. One of my friends said it's, you know, the best of the brews he's tried, and he said it was absolutely fantastic. So really, it's what your taste is. If you like your wheat beers, really give this a try, because I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you're more into your traditional lagers and such, then I would say still give it a go, because I don't think you'll hate it, and I think it's worth a try. It's one of those things you probably really don't know it till you try it, so give it a go anyway. Go on, live dangerously. It's, you know, only 22 quid at the end of the day. It's not going to break the bank, so yeah, go for it. So that's another review complete. Thanks to all you guys who've viewed. A few of you commented now, and I've even got 9 subscribers now, which I'm quite happy with, to be honest. So thanks a lot for all your support. Quite a few of you giving a bit of advice, or, you know, just giving me some general nice comments on there. I really appreciate it. I read them all, and I'm really sort of, you know, really chuffed with what the feedback I've had so far. If there is anything you feel you'd want me to do, let me know. Like I said, you know, it would have to be something I would drink normally, but to be honest, I'm quite open to trying new things as well. I mean, there's Woodford's Wherry. Everyone keeps going on about that. All the forums I see, everyone keeps saying how nice it is, how nice it is. So, and it's quite interesting because you can get that in the pubs as well on sort of draft pump. That be quite interesting to compare the two, see if it is that close to the pub version. So yeah, I'm tempted to give that a go, if I'm honest. So maybe, you know, 7-8 weeks time you might see a review for that. I've got a few more lined up. Still got a batch of a few beers that I've you know, had maturing for a while, so got plenty of those I can pop open and have a go at. So like I said, please, you know, leave your comments, feedback. Don't forget I'm also on Twitter at HB_review. You can follow me on there. Like I said, I'll always post up there when I put a new video on. I'll also maybe take a few photos of if I'm up to something at the weekend, doing a bit of home brewing stuff. Just general updates, tweet some other brewing, you know, stuff that's going on. So yeah, give me a follow on Twitter as well. Now I'd be love to, you know, to have you follow me on there. And until next time, cheers. Happy home brewing to everyone. And yeah, see you next time. Take care.